Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the pictures in the title of the video, it is going to be a tutorial on my engagement picture makeup. This is how it turned out, and if you would like to see how to achieve this, then just keep watching. Put this headband on while my hair air dries. I microdermed my face not that long ago, so I think I'm good in that area. I do want to pluck my eyebrows just a little bit. I think they've gotten a bit crazy. Back to skin prep. I'm just gonna do 3 steps, all to add hydration. First, I'm gonna go in with the Ilia, the base face milk. Just gonna press that into her skin. And today I just want to look like super bridal, super gorgeous, and just enhancing natural beauty. I don't want anything too crazy. Just want to look glowy and pretty. Next, I'm going in with the Caudalie Resveratrol and Lift. I have really recently been liking this. It adds a lot of hydration, and it's really good for prepping for my makeup. Not to mention, it smells so good. It just makes the skin look so plump and hydrated. Next, I'm just going in with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. And this is one of my favorite things, or moisturizers, for makeup prep. Again, it's just super hydrating. And none of these products pill, so that is key. They just sit really nicely on top of one another. I'm just gonna rub out all of the product that could potentially be left behind in my brows, because that's what we're gonna do next. And anything on my lips, because I like to let some sort of lip product sit on my lips while I'm doing all of this. I just got the Hot Cocoa Summer Fridays lip balm, and I'm obsessed with it. But right now I'm going to go in with their lip oil, and I'm just going to let this sit on my lips while we do everything else. That way when it comes to lip liner and lip stick and gloss at the end, it's all ready and prepped. Okay, now primer. First I'm going to go in with the Say Super Glowy Gel in Sun Glow. Love this stuff. I use it almost every day. And I'm just going to take 2 pumps of that. And this is something like you really want to work in, because it can get patchy if you don't rub it in all the way. Perfect. Next, I'm going to go in, and it's completely rubbed off. As you can see, it's well loved. This is the One Size Secure the Blur Primer, and I just like to put it in these places where my pores like to have their own zip code, essentially. I'm just going to pat that in and rub that in, and it really fills in the pores really nicely. Okay. Now this is a step I don't do a lot, but as you can see, this one place on my skin has decided to act up. So I'm just gonna take a Morphe M173, and I'm just gonna dip down in my NARS pot concealer, which I've literally had for like a million years. And I am gonna pack it on right there. And I think I'm gonna do a little on the sides of my nose. Okay. So I'm just going to do it in these few places that just need a little extra help. And I'm just going to let that sit. Okay, if you've ever watched my channel before, any of my shorts, videos, whatever, you know that I'm so picky about brow gels, because a lot of the ones that I've used will flake, or they won't hold, or they hold like, it's like glued to my face, and it's almost uncomfortable to like move my eyebrows. I literally just repurchased this because it's literally just repurchased because I was scared to run out. Got the last one at the Sephora because of the sale. And I am obsessed with it. I think it works amazing. It just, I don't even know how to describe. Do you see how it just glides on? And it holds your brows there all day. But it's not like that sticky, like almost it hurts to move your eyebrows kind of thing. It's just perfect. Like it doesn't get any better than that. And it also works really well with any type of brow pencil that I use, which normally I feel like if you do this and then you try to go back in with a brow pencil, it either doesn't work, it loses its pigment, it doesn't stay all day, it disrupts the brow gel itself. Like, it's just a lose-lose situation. And I have none of those complaints with this. I don't know, I'm gonna let them sit for probably like a minute or two, and then I'm gonna go back in with my brow pencil. There we go. And then fill in the little sparse areas and kind of fix the tails a little bit. My tails were growing so weird, so I kind of almost essentially cut them off and was like, let's try again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Ultra Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint into Fair. And this just gives like the most gorgeous glow underneath your makeup. You can wear it by itself. I tend to like it more like underneath. Just gonna put it in these few places. Then I'm just gonna take my Sense Out Beauty Sponge and just kind of buff this in. And I'm not gonna really focus on where I have my concealer laid down. I might go over it a little bit, but I'm gonna try not to disrupt it too much because it's all gonna get covered up with foundation. So that's that. Next, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have not found anything that even remotely compares. I wear it almost every single day. Okay, now I'm just going to take, this is a face-based brush by Huda Beauty. I really like their brushes. This is the first one I've gotten from them, and it's incredibly soft. I really like her brush line. I think I might have to look into these because they're very, very nice. But most days I like to go in with a brush to do my foundation first, and then I will go over it with a beauty sponge if necessary. But as you can see, it's like your skin but better. That's all we're ever really going for. Okay, so I'm really liking how this is looking. I am just gonna go over it a little bit with my beauty blender, just to make sure everything looks really cohesive. I'm gonna go in with cream blush, but I'm going to take this and I'm just gonna place a little bit of it on the back of my hand because it is fairly pigmented. Then I'm just gonna take my little beauty blender and I'm gonna stamp it out on the back of my hand and then just go in with a little bit of this. And I don't want a lot of this because I'm going to go in with another cream blush as well from Tower 28. But as you can see, I'm just working it into the back of my hand onto the beauty blender so it's all evenly dispersed. Then I'm just taking it just like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Tower 28 in Finest Hour or Beach Please in this shade. Okay, and I'm gonna take it on the Makeup by Mario brush and the dual-ended F4 brush. This is the best. It's the best. Also, if you can hear Christian in the background, apologies. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get it on my brush, work it into the back of my hand, and just give a very light dusting. I know it looks a little bit crazy now, and that's just because we don't have any bronzer on. So I'm gonna go in with bronzer now. This is the LYS stick. This is by far my favorite bronzer. I like to do it in this order sometimes because I feel like it helps melt the blush and the bronzer together. This is just my IT Cosmetics brush that I've had forever. It's their dual in complexion brush. The numbers are rubbed off. But I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna pat this in and blend it all out. And it's just gonna blend really beautifully with the cream blush, because cream blush can get a little carried away. It's the best blending cream bronzer in my book. So this is what that is looking like. Now it is time for concealer. These are my most used. I'm gonna take the House Labs and the Hourglass, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a mix of these two. There are two things that really change the game on concealer. The first one is that I highly, highly, highly recommend blending it out with a powder puff. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. I don't know where I first saw this. I'm sure it was TikTok. I highly recommend blending it out with a powder puff. When you do it with a beauty sponge, it takes a lot of it. When you do it with a brush, it can be a little bit streaky. As of right now, this is my favorite way to blend out concealer. Also, I let this sit for a good minute. This is letting this concealer let air get to it, and it makes it a little bit thicker, which is gonna give you a little bit more coverage. Underneath the eyes, I'm gonna take the Airbrush Finish in Fair by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna take my beauty blender now and super lightly go over it. I'm gonna make sure that there's no creases, no crevices, no nothing. Just like this. I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and you can see the difference. I'm gonna set right here in the center. I'm gonna set down the sides of my face. Now I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush, dip in here, set the perimeters. Now while it's baking, I'm gonna take the same F4 brush by Mario. I'm gonna use the other side, and I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer in Light Medium. This is such a gorgeous shade. I love this. I'm gonna go in and just start lightly buffing that around the perimeters. And I'm gonna take this and go down the sides of my nose, just like this, so it looks cohesive. And I really love how that looks. So now for blush, I have two that I can choose from that I think would go really nicely with this look. The first is in this Hourglass palette, and I really love this shade. It's one of my favorite blush shades of all time. I also have the Patrick Ta, and She's That Girl. But I really feel like with this look, we're going for fall vibes. I just really feel like that purple blush is just calling my name. So we're gonna go with that. So on this ancient Morphe E4 brush, I'm just going to dip into this. Really want to focus it on the apples more. And then just with what's left, kind of work it up into here. That way it's cohesive. And I kind of like putting it almost in my under eye. I think it just really, again, makes it look super cohesive. And blush wears off really fast, so I'm going to put a little bit extra just right on the apples. Perfect. That blush is just so pretty. And then while I have this palette out, I'm going to take this little tiny brush from the random Amazon brushes that I got, and I'm going to take a little bit of that highlighter. I'm going to pop it in my inner corner that I just really love. And then I'm going to hit the brow bone as well. Just like that. And then overall for eyeshadow, I don't want to do anything too crazy. Just because I want it to be like simple, timeless, all the things. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this bronzer that's right here. Ooh, she powdery. That's the bronzer from the Hourglass palette, and I'm just going to run that in there as a little bit of a transition shade. And then I need a fluffier brush like this, I'm going to take this deeper brown shade and mix it with this brown shade. And I'm just going to run that through the crease. And then I think I might want to shimmer on my lid. I'm going to break out my Lunar Beauty palette. This is the Greek Goddess palette. And I'm going to go in with Athena. Looks like that. As again, we're just trying to give bridal tight line. Then I'm going to take the white version of the same thing. I'm going to put this in my waterline. Boom. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set this one good time. Just like that. I believe next is mascara. And most likely I'm going to go in with these two. This is the L'Oreal Panorama Voluminous Mascara. This, in my opinion, is right now is the best mascara on the market. It is fantastic. It adds volume, it adds length, it separates the lashes wonderfully. And then I just realized we never went back in and filled in the brows, so I'm just going to take this Sephora. I'm not really picky about my brow pencils. This is just the Sephora Collection Crayon Source Retractable Brow Pencil. And I'm just going to hit these. No, I can't talk while I try to do my brows, so I'm just going to do these. Okay, they're definitely sisters, not twins, but okay, I'm going to give it another good set. And then lips. Okay, I've got 3 different potential lip liners that would work, or 4, excuse me. 3, because I think this is a little bit too red. So we have Say in Tease, which is just this gorgeous brown color. We have Makeup Forever in Anywhere Caffeine. And Makeup Forever in Wherever Walnut. I'm gonna wipe off my lips. Okay, I think I might do a little bit of a mix. I think I'm gonna take Say and I'm gonna use this one here. I'm gonna do a little bit on the top as well. Then I'm gonna take Anywhere Caffeine, which is by far my most used lip liner. And then fill in. I'm going to do a mixture as well. This is the Lancome Lip Butter Glow in shade 30. And I'm just going to place a little right there. Then I'm just going to add the lip gloss on top, which is the e.l.f. Lip Oil in shade Honey Talks. I am now going to go do my hair, and I'm sure this tutorial is long enough, but if you want to see how I do my hair, just let me know and I will make a video on that. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I will insert the pictures of how everything turned out at the end, so you guys can see them, but make sure to like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me if you were to do that, if you love my content. Also, comment anything below that you'd like to see. And don't forget to check out my other videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.